All right. What's going on, party people? This your man Griff. All right, and I'm gonna post this on Instagram and drive TikTok also. Yeah, TikTok also. So, what's going on, people? All right, so things are changing in the notary. Well, I'm sorry. Let me back up. Things are changing in the real estate business, which is changing in the mortgage industry, which is changing for realtors, which is changing for us. So, and title people. So, what I yesterday I actually saw. Today is the 10th. Yeah, today is the 10th. Yeah, today is the 10th. I actually saw a refinance interest rate of 4.999. 4.999. I think it was four nines in there. But it was 4.9. Okay. Essentially if you round it up it's five. But it was actually 4.9999. So I found that quite interesting. It was a VA. It was one of those streamlined refinances. So things are starting to look better. And one of my concerns was orders getting canceled or delayed, or yeah, canceled or delayed, so that the person who's applying for the refinance or even purchasing a home can get a lower rate after the interest rate speak or the Feds talk, I think on the 18th or 19th of this month. No, 18th. 18th. So, and that has already happened with one person that I was doing. They got their whole loan canceled. They said they're going to redo it once the interest rates, I guess, shifts or whatever and comes back out. So that could happen. So this month could be a little tight, for his orders because things are slowing down. But then I'm also seeing a lot because yesterday there was at least 14 notifications in my area minimum. Um, that I can just off the top of my head, it was at least 14 different notifications from all the different platforms. So work is coming back. Okay, slowly, but it's coming back, and it's coming back more so in individualized spurts here and there. Okay, whether it's at the beginning of the month, middle, or end, work is starting to come back. A little bit more. The fees. I'm sorry. A little bit more consistently in the beginning of the month in my area, Hampton Roads area of Virginia, which is Norfolk, Chesapeake, Portsmouth, Suffolk, Newport News, Hampton, all of that area. I think called the Seven Cities. Yeah, Virginia Beach, all of that, Norfolk. So we're here. Um, but getting prepared for it. And many of you have been out the game. Many of you haven't even gotten into the game. You're just on the sideline with your gear on, but you really haven't gotten into the game. The number one thing that I always suggest that people do is get their logistics together. Um, Everybody functions different. Every area is different. But what you need to do is understand some of the basics. Some of the simple basics is you need to make sure you have your supplies, pens. I use manila folders to put the documents in. A lot of people don't use them. That's your choice. They want to use rubber bands to wrap around them and all that kind of stuff. And I think it'd be best to put them in folders. It looks neater, and it's just because people who talk about all this here, I'm a professional, and and presentation is everything. Well, just handing somebody a pack of paper, that's with a rubber band on it doesn't to me doesn't look that professional. It really doesn't. So I have plenty of folders. I just bought 300 more legal, another 200 letter. And matter of fact, I got the legal man at a good deal. Three of them for $34. They was on sale on Amazon. So I caught a good deal. I caught a real good deal. So I went ahead and bought 300 of them. So I got enough to last me probably to the end of the year. Plenty of letter. I got plenty of legal. I'm about to get some more letter paper, and then probably have to get some more toner. I just bought a new toner. So logistically, for the supplies, you need to have things together. You need to understand your traffic flow. Making sure you understand how to get from point A to point B and some of the back roads. If you have issues driving over tunnels, in tunnels, near tunnels, by tunnels, whatever tunnel, then you better find your alternate route, or just know that you're not going to take orders going in certain directions. That's fine. That's completely up to you because I understand the phobias that people have and their concerns. So I get that. Um, the biggest logistical thing that you need to make sure you have together is things with your family. Whether you got two cars, 12 cars, one car, it don't matter. You still need to make sure logistically folk understand what you got going on and what you're trying to do. Because you can have everybody can have their own car, and then somebody will still be like, "Can you take me here? Can you come with me to the store? Can you, babe, can you pick the kids up?" It's gonna always be something. It's like, okay, they're gonna always want you to do something when they can clearly do it themselves. And it's just part of life. I don't know why it happens that way, but when you don't have a business or trying to do business, nobody messes with you and asks you anything. When you have a W-2, everybody clears the way and they don't bother you to go to a W-2. You come home from your W-2, you sit here and they just let you have your peace and all this, that, and the other. Then you start trying to run a business, and then it's like, well, since you're here, I need you to, you got to have your logistics together with them. You got to have a conversation with them and make sure that they understand what's going on, and make sure that, look, you take care of this, you take care of that, handle your responsibilities. Kids, take the trash out. Babe, I got you. Honey, husband, I got you. Whatever, you got to figure something out. Your guy friends, your girlfriends, you need to call. Hey, look, I'm working. Give me a call back later. Is it emergency? No. Are y'all fighting? No. Okay, if y'all not getting in nothing physical, you just leave the house, go somewhere else, and then we'll deal with it later. People come up with all kinds of excuses or reasons to interfere with what you're doing. So you need to be prepared for that. You need to understand that coming back in this next round of notary stuff, a lot of these companies aren't going to be down with the shenanigans. So if you don't have your act together for us being organized, for us being able to download, print the documents, get to the order, ship the documents out, you don't know how to scan any of that, you better figure it out. Scan the documents as a PDF, 200 DPI. Get your plain regular 20-pound paper. Do not sit up here and try to get all of this super expensive paper. And I thought about something the other day. I was talking to the members. I don't know if I even posted, but I had did a video. No, I didn't post it. But um, one of the problems that people may be having with scanning and even printing is that you're getting paper that's too thick. So I know in my scanner, when I run it, if too many pieces get pulled at the same time, it stops because it has very little thin tolerances. It's not designed to pull thick paper through, because if the paper comes through too thick, it's going to think something's wrong. It thinks it's a jam and it'll stop. So you may want to reduce your paper thickness down to normal 20-pound paperweight instead of getting the thick, almost card stock type of stuff. Okay. Um, the logistics is the biggest thing. Just having your mind right and ready to go. Like while I do these videos a lot of times, these are my orders. This is what I got for the rest of the week here. Okay. So I got today at 1, I got a 1 o'clock, 4:30, 5:30. Tomorrow I got a 8, 12, 4, 6:15. Then on the 12th, I got a 10, a 2. Then the 13th, I got a 6 p.m. Why do I write this stuff down? I write it down in front of me because the phone that I'm recording on is my calendar, has the calendar. So I write it down so that if an order came in on my other phone, and I'm not saying you have to have two phones, but that's just what I do. If it comes in and I have my text messages up, it comes in, I see the date, I already know whether or not I can do it. Instead of trying to remember, this is my logistical thing. So whenever I do videos, I have a piece of paper that has when I'm going to do it. Sometimes I forget to do it. So like next week, the week of the 14th, I already know I have nothing going on that week. So even, the week of the, I'm sorry, well, really like the 14th on, I have nothing going on. So any work that comes in that's from the 14th on, I'm saying yes to it. There's no need for me to look at my calendar. Anything that comes in for tomorrow, for the 11th, if it's not at 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm not messing with it because I got a 12 o'clock. I'm not trying to mess with anything after I do my 12 o'clock because I got a 4 o'clock and then a 6:15, and I know how traffic is getting. So I already know I'm not going to try to squeeze in a 2:30 unless it's something close to my house or something small. But I got to be smart about it. The 12th, I got a 10 a.m. and a 2 p.m. Okay, I know if something comes in for after 2 o'clock, I'm going to say yes, depending on where it's located. because right now we got some traffic issue, a whole lot of traffic issues. So that's the main thing that's restricting where I go at. And then the 13th, anything that comes up for the 13th before actually before 4 o'clock, I'm on it because I got a 6 p.m. and I know I got to get there and then get any other documents shipped. So I'm gonna take 4 o'clock will be the latest I take something. I'm not doing anything at 5. I'll do something after 6. So these are the logistical things that I go through on a day-to-day basis. Now, for some people, they don't like doing that. And if you don't like doing that, I get it. You don't have to. This is just what I do. You figure your own logistics out, okay? But you have to get your logistics together. It's feel like I'm gonna have to do a part 2 to this video because I don't want it to be too long. So right now, the logistics of how you flow, even the clothes you wear, having clothes already set, prepping the documents. If you got to prep the documents or whatever the case may be, do so. Do whatever you got to do so things will go smoother. So when you get into the closing, you are organized and they see that you're organized and you can get in and out. And you get so organized that even if you don't get a chance to prep the documents, you can still flow. Yesterday, I had 6 signers. 3 of them I didn't even get a chance to prep the documents for. My last 3, it would just grab the documents and go. Print them, throw them in the bag, and then when I get there, I had to fill everything out when I got there. But I've done this so much now that I got to flow. I got to flow. I know how to get it done. And I'm not sitting there for hours on end and everything. And then again, a lot of the people who I'm dealing with, they've already reviewed the documents, e-signed the documents, all of that. And as a side note, it's always been interesting to me how people who will rush me to get to them say, hey, yeah, can you come earlier? Can you come this time? I got a lot going on. And then when I get there, they start reading the documents. Now they've already e-signed everything, but then they want to read the document. They get the document, like, And then I say, okay, you've already gone over this? Yeah, okay, so you okay with me handing you the signature page? Yeah, just give me the signature page. Give them the signature page because they said they got to get out of there and they've read everything. Then all of a sudden they look and they're like, okay, here you go. Then they want to read the first page. It happens that way. So I just tell y'all, just be aware. And then real quick, also, one of the areas that you have to have patience, and I had to draw patience in, is when you're doing a closing and one of the persons there, whether they married or not, don't matter, but one of the signers don't really want to be there, and they're more concerned about playing on their phone or playing with the kids or grandkids or talking to somebody. They more concerned about other stuff. Those are the most difficult ones for me because they get in there and they're supposed to sign their name and then they start doing stuff, doing stuff like that and you see their signature is more neat, say like this, but then they're doing this mess because they don't really want to be there. Or they just start signing wherever they see a line at. I've had that. So you have to draw some patience when it comes to those situations. Get your logistics together. That's the first thing you're going to have to start doing because before you know it, the slight real estate boom or the huge real estate boom will be here. And these companies ain't playing with y'all. They need y'all to be on point. Make sure you understand. The next video is about doing the job. I'm going to do another video about doing your actual job and what you need to do for that. Okay. So logistics, get that together. How you going to get there? All of that kind of stuff. Your supplies. Talk to your family. Make sure everybody's on board. And I think you should be good. All right. At least get started. All right. Talk to y'all later. And give me your feedback in the comments. Okay. Let me know if I missed something. Y'all think we want or need me to expand on something. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace.